Hey guys, today's video is an anti-haul. So basically things that I don't want to buy, a few things that I wanted to buy, nothing really that I bought, I don't think. But yeah, so it's just mainly things that I'm not buying. My social media will be in the description along with my drama channel, anything else you might need to find. Also, location is a little bit different because I am in Poland for 3 weeks. So this will be the location for a while. You know, I drove here with my parents and my puppy. Many negative tests and 2 doses of vaccination later, and here I am finally leaving the UK for a little bit just because, yeah, I'm back in my home country. So this video is very kindly sponsored by Function of Beauty and I love them and you guys love them, and I'm just happy to show you guys new scents, new colors, and just what I've been using for the last while. So if you guys want 20% off your new favorite hair care, you can click the link in the description. And let's get into my hair profile. So my hair is straight, even though I've waved it now with a little curling action. It's medium thickness, normal levels of oiliness, and my hair goals are deep condition, hydrate, strengthen, volumize, and shine. And this time I actually got a mask, a hair mask instead of a hair royal like I always do, and I've been loving it. I always like to add that extra bit of hydration every few washes, and the hair oils are amazing as well, but I don't go through them as quickly, so I still have like a backlog, and I just thought I'd switch it up this time. So I actually opted for the new scent called It Takes Two to Mango. It's mango, grapefruit, and mandarin, and I got the new color that they offered. So this is one of the older colors. It's like this orangey shade, but this one is the flamingo shade, and I love it. I think this together just gives me the Takes Two to Mango vibe with the grapefruit and the mango and the mandarin. It's perfect, it's aesthetic, and it just makes me so happy to pick my like shades and scents every single time. I've noticed my hair is so shiny and so wonderful, like just so smooth and soft, like doesn't tangle up at all anymore. My hair rarely falls out. Like I used to have clumps of hair falling out when I would wash my hair, and for the last year or so I've been using Function of Beauty and my hair falls out. I have like maybe 3 strands of hair falling out when I'm washing my hair. Look how shiny and healthy it looks. I'm so happy with the state and the condition of my hair right now. Function of Beauty abides by EU regulations, which means they have banned 1,400 ingredients versus the US FDA laws, which ban only 11. So you're getting no harmful ingredients. It's dermatologist tested. They never test on animals, and it's vegan, so that's amazing. They use no parabens, sulfates, toxins, or GMOs, which is incredible. And if you guys want 20% off your new favorite hair care and join me in picking different scents and colors, send me them, by the way, on Instagram, tag me. I just want to see what color combinations you guys are picking and what scents you're picking, so it might inspire me next time. Then you can click the link in the description. And thank you to Function of Beauty for sponsoring today's video. Let's get into the anti-haul. I'm going to scooch over here just so we can put the pictures up here. The first one is this from Mercier Cosmetics. So they're releasing, what I've realized is, I found this out after my last anti-haul, every month they're releasing a different princess compact. Okay, so I've mentioned this in a few anti-hauls now because they keep on releasing new ones, and they're apparently releasing one every month. It will be a different princess. This time it's Milan, so you just have to pick whichever princess you want. They have like a chart on Trendmood, I'm sure you can find it somewhere, of what princess is coming each month. I feel like I already missed out. Like, I don't know what princesses are coming up. I might see if like Cinderella's coming up or something, I don't know. Not that that's like my favorite princess, but I'll just see if something's coming up that, you know, I would be interested in, and maybe I'll get one. These are very expensive and they're very limited, and it takes some skill and finesse to try and, you know, get one. Also, I'm in a different country and I just don't know how getting things delivered here would go down. So like, I've wanted to buy so many things while being in Poland, and I can't really order things online. Like, yeah, I could get them to come here, but like, what guarantee do I have that they'll get here on time? So I just have to wait until I get back into the UK before ordering stuff. One good thing, Poland has a Sephora and the UK doesn't. And 2 days ago I went to the Sephora and I was shocked. Like, everything that I buy on Cult Beauty, like Too Faced, Natasha Jones, Pat McGrath, like all of that stuff was just out there about for me to swatch and see. I think it was just so cool. Anyway, that's besides the point. They have a Sephora here, so if I need anything I'll get something in Sephora. But yeah, I won't be ordering stuff until I get back into the UK, which will be 10th of August. So until then I'm not buying stuff at all, pretty much. So I'm on a forced no buy. So yeah, I'm just gonna figure out what comes after the 10th of August, and if one of these princesses intrigues me, I might try to get one of these compacts. I feel like everyone always talks about Mercier Cosmetics as this like amazing, like quality, like collector's piece. So for now it's a no, for later it's a maybe. Then we have NARS coming out with this Climax line. It's an eyeshadow palette, like a 9-pan with some like greeny browns. It's like a weird, really weird color scheme for me to describe, and a liquid eyeliner in black. I'm not really interested in this. However, I think it's actually quite, like, I'm not gonna get it, one, because NARS is not cruelty free, but if they were cruelty free, this for some reason would have caught my attention for some reason. I feel like if the cruelty-free thing stopped being a thing, right? Like none of the brands are testing on animals. That's just like a general rule. China doesn't have the laws anymore. Like let's say ideal world, no cruelty-free status needed because everyone is cruelty-free. NARS would be one of the first brands I'd go back to try. I've never had anything from NARS. I didn't buy anything and then I went cruelty-free and then I just didn't buy anything because they're not cruelty-free. So I feel like NARS is one of those brands that always intrigues me somehow a little bit. Like there's some things that I'm like, this could be quite cool, but because they're not cruelty-free, I just don't try them. So NARS, I would definitely go back to. And there's some MAC things that just bring out the nostalgia in me. Like I just want to go back and try some MAC stuff, like MAC Fix Plus and MAC Velvet Teddy with the Boldly Bare lip liner. Like there's just some things that I'd love to try from some brands if they were cruelty free. So I feel like NARS is one of those things where like I'd go crazy online shopping for NARS if they went cruelty free. Like out of nowhere, tomorrow they announced we're going cruelty free, I'd go crazy. Then we have Unique Beauty. It's the Africa collection. It's like a fashion magazine collection. I think this is really cool actually. They do a lot of swatches on deeper skin tones. Well, mainly these are like all deeper skin tone swatches. They look amazing. So there's this one that kind of looks like the Gemini eyeshadow palette, so I don't need that one. But then they also have this like blue one and this other like taupey bluey one. There's like this blue shade in there that looks stunning. I don't really know where I'd be able to get Unique Cosmetics, but they intrigue me. I feel like I've seen a few things from them that are like really intriguing. So I'll definitely look into where I could buy them from and see about that and see about the quality. But it looks amazing. Like the pigmentation looks amazing. You know, the shades, the shimmers and everything looks great. Then we have the Powerpuff Girls collection by Colourpop. Now, I was like this close to getting it and I'm still on the verge. Like I'm not gonna buy everything. Usually I buy a whole collection from Colourpop and then I don't use half of the stuff. Sometimes I like doing it for a video, but if I'm already like 1,000 years late, I don't see the point. Like if I was the first to buy this palette, then sure. But I wanted to buy the palette and I wanted to buy that orangey corally blush because the other one is way too deep for me. They have some like lip balms, some like crayons for the eyes, like eyeshadow crayons, a few things. I'm really only interested in the blush and the eyeshadow palette, but even then, like am I going to use these a lot? No. So I'm kind of like, collectors, yes, would be nice, nostalgia. I used to love the Powerpuff Girls, but at the same time, do I need this? And the longer I wait, the less I want it, which is why I think the no buy is quite good for me. I had one comment in my makeup I almost bought video that was like, well, what's the point of you doing a makeup I almost bought video and then saying, oh, I'm going to get this now that I'm not on a no buy. So what's the point of going on a no buy if you're going to buy this stuff anyway? And it's like, I feel like throughout the month I buy a bunch of makeup, and if I don't buy the makeup and I get to the end of the month, I might get like 10% of the stuff that I actually wanted. So me going on a no buy and then buying a few of the things at the end of the month ends up being a lot less stuff than me actually going through the month and buying things as I go. Like I end up buying a lot less because as I go longer without buying the stuff, it all looks less intriguing to me. So like this collection, right, I wanted to buy it immediately. Like I had said in my last video that I was going on a low buy, not a no buy, and this was like, oh my god, I need it, right? And then it sold out the first time and I didn't get it, and then it restocked and I was like, I'm actually not that interested anymore. And now I've waited another week and I'm like even less interested. I feel like by next week I'll be like, I don't want this palette at all, don't look me in the face. So the point of my no buy and then buying a few of the things from last month that I wanted is that I end up buying literally like 10% of the stuff, because as I go through the month I'm just like, you don't interest me at all. They're also doing these rollerball lip balm things, and as a whole this concept's amazing. Like I'd love to get them as like a little collection, but these lip balms kind of annoy me. They're not really moisturizing enough. They're quite liquidy. They spread on your face because they're so like liquidy, and they're just not like my favorite lip balms. I feel like just to get them for the packaging makes no sense to me. I already have like 5,000 of these because I bought the fruit collection. There's like 5 in there, and then the Candyland one, and I gave away a few of them, so I just don't need any more. I already gave a few away. And then they have these lip balms and some like hair clips and a bath bomb. I just don't need any of this extra stuff. The crayons are nice, but they're not like something that I necessarily need. So it literally would just be the eyeshadow palette and the blush, and at that point I'm just like, I don't care enough. Melt Cosmetics is coming out with it's a glow for the face and body. It's called Melt Sex Foils, and they almost look like bottles of nail varnish. They're this like super foiled, like shimmery stuff for the face and the body. I just think this is way too foiled and way too pigmented. I feel like the whole thing with like the body and face natural glow for the summertime is it's so like dewy and soft, and it looks like natural glow, almost like sweat. This is all sweat. This just looks like shimmer eyeshadow. Like if I apply this on my skin, I would look like a tinfoil man. Also, I feel like with these kinds of products, if they're super lightweight and unpigmented, you can get away with having less shades but having just like a variety, because like 4 people could use 1 shade because it's so sheer. With this one, because it's so pigmented, they had to do a lot, like a large variety of shades, because if you get the wrong shade, you're going to look wild. Like if you get a slightly off shade, you're gonna not look that great. Like if I got a shade that was a little bit too deep for me, my skin would just go orange and I would just look really weird and streaky, and you could tell that it's like uneven. I just don't think this is like my favorite formula for this kind of product, so I'm just not gonna get it. But I think the packaging is nice. The colors are nice. There's some really deep ones, there's some lighter ones. I don't know about the pinks. Like there's pinks and yellows, considering how pigmented this looks. I don't know how those would look on the skin, but of course people have pink undertones and yellow undertones. I just think they're like very pink. I don't know. Not my favorite type of product when it comes to this stuff. Patrick Ta is releasing this brow lamination brow gel, and it's one of the first brow gels, if not the first brow gel that I've seen with like a plastic wand rather than like a fibery wand. And yeah, I'm just kind of intrigued by this. If I buy, okay, so the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette is out of stock on Cult Beauty. I did sign up to let me know when it's coming back, the nude one that everyone likes. But yeah, I'll probably only be able to get it after I come back into the UK, and then maybe I'll grab this along with it and see how it works. I love brow gels. I like, you know, that stuff. So I'm actually really intrigued by this product. At first I thought it was a mascara because of the wand, but it's not. It's a brow gel. The reason why I was adding this into the anti-haul, being like, what's the difference? Because when I first saw this, I thought it was a mascara. So when I saw this picture, the before and after, I was like, the eyelashes look the same. What do you mean before and after? They look the same. And then I realized that it's the brows that they're talking about. Then we have the iHeart Revolution and Disney collaboration. They've done these before for different princesses. We're now on Aladdin, who's obviously not a princess. Okay, so you have like Aladdin, which I get is the name of the movie, right? But then we have the picture of Princess Jasmine on there. I wish it was like Princess Collection or Disney Movie Collection. If it's a Disney Movie Collection, then put Aladdin on the palette instead of Princess Jasmine. I don't know. I don't like these collections at all because the eyeshadow palettes are attached to the face palette, and a person of deeper skin tones could use the eyeshadow palette, but they definitely could not use the palette. And like even someone with lighter skin tones could use the eyeshadow palette, but they could only really use 2 shades of the face palette. So like I wish they would just separate. Why would you put them together if you're only going to do one variety of shades? Yeah, not interested in these collections at all whatsoever. Natasha Jones is coming out with a liquid eyeliner called Macro Blade for $26. It's long wearing, ultra creamy, immediate rich jet black color payoff. It's vegan, it's cruelty free. I just don't think you ever have to overpay for eyeliner. My favorite eyeliner is the Glossier, what's it called? Yeah, the liquid liner they have from Glossier is the only one that doesn't bleed. It's super black, doesn't fade, it's super thin, and it's matte. I recently went through all of my liquid liners because I don't wear them a lot, as you can tell. Like I don't do liquid eyeliner that much, so I don't need many. And I had like a bunch. I had Too Faced, I had KVD, I had Kylie, I had Glossier. I had a few liquid liners and I swatched them all on my hand, and the Glossier one's the only one that made the cut. The rest either bled, were not black enough. Like I thought they were black when I applied them to my hand, and then I put the Glossier one next to them and I was like, oh my god, that one is grey. Like it's grey, it's not black. So it was either not black enough, not matte enough, not pigmented enough, or it bled because it was too watery. The Glossier one is just perfect. It's my favorite eyeliner, so I just don't think I need a different one. I don't wear eyeliner enough to have multiples, so the Glossier one's enough for me, and if I run out of it, I'll just repurchase that one. Then we have Sigma doing a collaboration with Beauty Bird. It's a whole set of face brushes and eyeshadow brushes, a huge eyeshadow palette as well. I'm not interested in these at all. I don't like huge sets of brushes, you guys know this. I just feel like I always end up not using half of them, and huge eyeshadow palettes are just not my thing. I feel like these shades are not for me. They're too deep and jewel toned almost. They're not stuff that I wear a lot. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip out on this and move on. Then we have Sonya G coming out with this like really expensive mini travel size, almost like they're shorter brushes for the face and the eyes, and this is like a good collection. You have 3 eye brushes and 3 face brushes, and I think they're like really good, like all brushes I would use. I haven't tried any high-end brushes yet. The most high-end I've tried is like Sigma Zoeva. I've tried a lot of like lower-end brushes like BH Cosmetics and Elf, and I think they're all really good brushes, right? So like how good can these high-end brushes be? I don't know, let me know. Are high-end brushes worth the price tag, or are they just a little bit of like a thing for rich people? I don't know. I'd love to try some of these. I'm thinking about it, I'm debating. Then we have these Dior highlights, and they look amazing. I love the 6 shades. There's like this stark white that I'm not my thing anymore, but if this was like 3 years ago, I would have eaten up this highlight. With this beautiful pink to orange glow, which is way too deep for me. It's going to create a cast, but it's an amazing shade. I love these shades. I think my favorite is like top left. If Dior ever becomes cruelty free, like I said, in the ideal world where no brand tests on animals or contributes to the testing of animals, Dior is one of those high-end luxury brands that I'd love to try. So it's like NARS, MAC for like the mid-tier brands, and then when we're talking about luxury, Dior. And Gucci makeup I heard is really good, but Dior is like what really sucks me in every time. The packaging looks like Dior leather goods, like it looks like a little wallet or something. So yeah, Dior just comes out with the most stunning makeup and packaging for luxury brands, so I'd love to try them. I think the laws are changing slowly. There was supposed to be something in May, but I don't know if that went through, or China's not going to require animal testing, so I'm just waiting for that, and then I'll buy Dior. Then we have Laura Mercier, another non-cruelty free brand, coming out with the translucent loose setting powder, but it's like light catcher, so it's a luminous version of her loose setting powder. She did have a luminous version, but I think no one liked it, so I think this might be like a newer, improved version of this, and essentially supposed to not really be used as a setting powder, more like the Hourglass ambient lighting powder is just loose rather than pressed. The pictures look really nice, like the swatches on the face look really good, but the shade range isn't ideal. Like I feel like there should be slightly deeper shades, even if this is super like not pigmented. I feel like maybe like slightly deeper shades would be nice. Then we have MAC coming out with their Christmas collection already. We're in July. Anyway, the holiday 2021 collection is announced, kind of like there's parts of it. There's these 3 super shimmery foiled shadows. They're like duochromes or multi-chromes. They look amazing. If by the time Christmas rolls around we don't have animal testing, I'd love to get these 3. They look so good. They look almost like Pat McGrath formula. Then we have Hello Kitty and Spectrum doing a collab. So there's brushes, sponges. I don't need any of these, but they look really cute if you're into Hello Kitty, but I just don't need any of these. Tatcha's coming out with the Indigo Overnight Repair Cream. I've never tried Tatcha. I'd love to. I just know where to get it in the UK. I know they're in Sephora or Ulta in America, but I haven't been in America in like 2 years. So I don't know where to get these. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I tried to look before and I couldn't find anything. Then we have Wayne Goss coming out with this eyeshadow palette. Now, this is one of his 6 pans that he's doing. So it's just another one to add to the collection. It's the Luxury Eye Palette in Pearl. It's a romantic eye palette. And what's interesting is there's no black shade. And now Wayne Goss has come out with multiple of these now. I think there's like 2. And they all had a black pan in the eyeshadows, right? In the eyeshadow palette. And because the pans are so huge, adding a black into every single palette is quite, you know, it's kind of a waste of a shade because no one's going to go through that much black eyeshadow. And if you really want a staple black eyeshadow, you can just buy a single pan from your favorite brand and just add that onto your eyeshadow looks. But I feel like wasting 1 out of 6 on a black eyeshadow is just not the best idea. So I'm glad that he's now ditched the idea. Many people criticized that and he was really going strong saying no, he wants black in every single eyeshadow palette, and now I feel like he's let that go because I think maybe sales were going down with the eyeshadow palettes. If you're, you know, if one of the 6 shades is something you already have in a palette from him, you might be less inclined to buy more eyeshadow palettes. So I'm glad he's ditched that idea. And I think this shade's selection is really nice. I've heard mixed opinions on his eyeshadow palette, on the formula. Like it's nice sometimes, not so nice other times. I think that shimmery shade, that foiled one, looks really stunning. I don't know, I'd be down to try something from him. I don't know where to get it. Jaclyn Hill's coming out with a limited edition lip gloss trio for her birthday as almost like a present for us, you know. Happy birthday, Jaclyn, let me buy a lip gloss from you. I'm not interested in this at all. I'd rather get the Rouge Bouge collection, so if that restocks, I'll get it. But yeah, I don't need any more lip glosses, mainly ones for $18. I just want the blushes. Then we have these. These are really stunning. Okay, so Colourpop is still expanding on their like acrylic quad palette. So what they did really good with this collection is this is like the Scoop ice cream collection, and it's really bright and fun, and you could tell the flavors they were going for with each quad. What they did do with this collection is didn't put any glitters into the quads and then did an all glitter quad. So it's just glitters in that palette. If you don't like glitters, you can just not buy that one quad, but the rest have just regular shimmers in them. And if you want to supplement some with glitters, you can buy the glitter quad. I think this is amazing. I personally really like glitters. I know they're not really eye safe, but I really like glitters, so I'd definitely get that quad. The shades look amazing. But if you don't like glitters, you're not wasting a quarter of your quad on a shade you're not going to use, you can just not buy the glitter quad. I think this is perfect, and I love these shades, all of them essentially. So this is one of those that when I get home, I'll order this. Herbivore is a skincare brand that I've seen on Trendmood, and it always looks so good and so aesthetic because of the pastel packaging and the pastel vibe. I'd love to get something from Herbivore. I don't know where to get them. The pink cloud looks amazing, Aquarius looks amazing. I just want to look into this brand, so I'm saying no to this necessarily. Well, I'm not saying no to this necessarily, I'm just don't know where to get this stuff. Okay, M Cosmetics is releasing stick cream products. So there's bronzers and there's blushes. There's 6 blush shades, 4 bronzer shades, and this is what I mean by you don't have to have a large selection of shades, you just need variety. These are 4 bronzer shades, but they're covering essentially everyone. Like I can use the lightest one, medium skin tones can use the medium ones, then deeper skin tones have the last 2 ones. Like I think this is a perfect way to show that you don't need a lot of shades to cover a lot of people. And then the blushes, you have 6, you have some pinks, you have some oranges, you have some berry tones. Once again, covering all the bases. You can see on the deeper skinned model that like the last 2 look amazing on her. Even like the Venetian Rose looks good on her, but it also looks good on the lighter skin tones. This is how you do it. However, M Cosmetics doesn't deliver to the UK, so I'll be swiftly skipping past this one. Thank you so much. Glossy is coming out with cream bronzers. See, when Glossy started doing their cloud paints, everyone was like, you have to release bronzers in this cloud paint formula. We need bronzers from you. And then they released a different formula. So apparently this is more moussey than the cloud paints, and it's shimmery. Cloud paints are not shimmery, they're just dewy, but they're not shimmery. And they come in these 4 really strange shades. Like Flare looks good, but Ray is really orange, almost gold, almost copper, right? And then Heat looks good, but then Vault is red, like just straight up burgundy. So not only is there no variety in the shades necessarily, they all look quite light. The shade's also really weird, and it's a shimmery formula that a lot of people are not into. So I just wish they had not ruined a good thing. Like I love Glossy personally, right? I like their products, I like their formulas. I use their products all the time. I use the cloud paints all the time. It's on my face right now. But why take a good thing and ruin it? Like they could have just kept the same packaging of like the paint, right? And did a cloud paint bronzer shade selection. And I feel like their blush shades are really good. They go from super light to super deep with Storm, I think it's called, and Haze. Like there's some really deeper shades in there. And they could have done the same for the bronzers and it would have been such a good launch. But like at this point, I'm just like, I'm not interested in this at all. Then we have Huda Beauty coming out with this weird thing. It's called Legit Lashes Waterproof Top Coat, and it's clear. Right, so you're supposed to do your mascara and then put the top coat over the top to make your non-waterproof mascara waterproof. If you don't buy waterproof mascaras, but let's say you're going to like the swimming pool or the beach and you just want to make your non-waterproof mascara waterproof, this could be quite good. I don't know how this would actually work. Like, how does this, you'd have to coat them from the bottom and from the top? I don't know. I'd love to buy this and try this actually. So it's powered by a unique jelly-like formula and an uber precise wand. It features a unique polymer complex that gives lightweight, comfortable and flexible hold that won't weigh down or distort your lashes, making eyelashes waterproof, tear-proof, sweat-proof, smudge-proof. This formula works by harnessing film formers and resins to coat each lash. The precise brush glides through lashes to coat each individual strand with ease, suitable for contact lens wearers. £16. I think this is really good. And that is where we will be ending today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe to those videos every time I think of something to do. So hit that bell when you find that's happening. Social media links, any links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.